I'd like to call to order the Redevelopment Commission meeting today on April the 8th. The first thing on the agenda would be the approval of the minutes for March 11th. Has everybody had a chance to read through them?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve
All right,
the minutes from the March 11th meeting.
Fine. Do I have a second?
I will second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you. Has everyone had a chance to go through and look at the claims and review those?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions on those? We have a motion on the claims.
I will make that motion to pay our claims.
All right.
I will second.
All right, thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Do we have any reading?
Mr. Chairman, Reedy is not here today, but if you look at the summary page, I will just give you a quick update. While the capital plan does not include, we did receive 2 grants that will be coming into the RDC for project support. That is from the Jefferson County Board of Tourism. We received a grant, and Emily helped me with the dollar amounts. We received a $25,000 grant for the Bicentennial Restroom project.
Wait, sorry, I thought you
Sorry.
were talking about traffic.
No.
The restrooms were 15.
Yes, okay, sorry.
Yes.
I'll let you report.
Yes, the bicentennial restrooms, we got 15,000. For wayfinding and pedestrian signage, we received 40,000. And then for traffic control, we got 25,000.
So there you go. The traffic control will be for pedestrian safety as it relates to the Broadway Fountain for festivals. So we're continuing to review our safety plans for all of our activities in the light of the continued traffic versus pedestrian events we're seeing, and that was prompted by the tragedy in New Orleans. So we did get some bollards that'll be able to be put into the street and removed from the street in and around Broadway Fountain. And we'll continue to look for those sort of opportunities to reinforce our safety. So, but you'll start to see that flowing through here.
Is this from the JCI, what is it?
Jefferson County Board of Tourism.
Yeah,
Yes.
the roomkeeper's tax.
Yes, the innkeeper's
Which
tax.
has been strong.
It's been very strong, continues to be strong. And again, starting just this past January, the rate increase for that tax went into effect. So it's at 8% now.
Yeah, from 5, I think.
But outside of that, nothing new or any major changes to the financial plan for this month.
Do we
Tony.
need to vote on that?
Sorry.
No.
I was going to say, you said we're going to apply that same strategy to other events too, not just at the fountain. So tightening up things at Regatta, Chautauqua, those type of things.
Yeah, we need to really look at that, and Chief Scudder and others are working with we have increased the amount of safety planning over the years, and everybody submits a safety plan, but some of the apparatuses that we use aren't necessarily the best. But they do protect. It's just there's opportunities to make sure we have some other things in place too. So we're reviewing those with the festivals and events, and we'll continue over the next few years. This is not a 1 year. Those things are very expensive.
Are those the ones that recess down into the street?
Those are very expensive. These are ones that we can remove by hand and
Okay.
put in fairly easily.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Bicentennial restrooms are underwater, and the new flooring is getting baptized right now. So, unfortunately, we're having our timing wasn't very good on that, so.
Okay. Yeah, this is a good time to look at that and see when you're thinking of an amphitheater.
Yeah, we've got good pictures, good markings. We
Yeah.
know where we are, so
Right.
that's all good.
Okay, we'll go to old business. Is there anything on old business?
There is not.
Okay. New business.
Yeah, new business today, and I'll let Joe wants to read. We have a resolution authorizing the City of Madison Redevelopment Commission to issue bonds, and I'll let Joe read that.
Resolution number 2025-2R, a resolution of the City of Madison Redevelopment Commission authorizing the issue of bonds for the purpose of funding quality of life projects and quality of life capital projects serving the North Madison economic development area and paying the cost of issuing such bonds. Again, I think we've talked about this a couple of times. This resolution is kind of the getting started point again. With regard to this, it's a very broad resolution that allows us a lot of flexibility to do certain things with regard to this, and it's a not to exceed amount, so.
This is your final step here today, and this will go to City Council for their final blessing.
Okay, but this has to be approved by the city council. before it gets
This
signed.
does have to be approved by the City Council by resolution.
Okay.
Again, these bonds are all being paid for by Redevelopment Commission dollars.
Yeah, and there's additional checks as well. You know, if the projects are currently in our plan, we can spend, we can use this money for those projects. However, if they're not in our plan, we will have to amend the plan. You guys would have to do that, then that goes to the Plan Commission and then to the City Council.
Okay.
So again, if you look at Exhibit A, in particular, the proceeds may be used for fund a portion of the cost of projects to be financed in part to support our Ready 2.0 projects, funded the Madison Cole Property Housing Project, the Indiana Music City Amphitheater Project, as well as other identified projects that meet the goal of the Economic Development Plan that you have in front of you from the North Madison Economic Development Area.
Any questions about the resolution?
No, I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 2025-2R.
Okay, do I have a second?
I will second that.
All in favor, say aye.
One second. We do have,
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I guess, a question
I'm sorry.
before we should vote here.
Hi, Shirley Raynerston, Clerk Treasurer, City Madison. So I just noticed on page 10, Section 7, there's a section that is calling for the mayor to help open up a fund called the City of Madison Redevelopment District 2025 Bonds Capital Fund, quote unquote, the capital fund. So am I to assume that's the only fund that you will be opening for this bond?
I believe that is correct.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure.
There
And
is
then-
no reserve fund as a part of this.
Okay, so in bank accounts, do we know how those are being handled, or those bank accounts being opened prior to the bond being issued?
Yeah, well, there is a lot of flexibility with regard to this, and so, you know, I think we've yet to determine a little bit exactly when
Okay.
they're all going to take place and different things like that, but yeah, those mechanics
I know the
usually work
last-
themselves out.
The last bond we had, I had to have the bank accounts opened in advance of the bonds being.
Yeah,
sold.
Reedy Financial will work with us to give you a complete layout of the
Perfect.
steps we have to take once we get close to the bond
Okay,
close.
perfect. Thank you. Thank you
You're
for taking my
Good-
questions.
Good questions, thanks for bringing that up. All right, so, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you very much. The next item for the consideration of the commission today is an engagement letter with Reedy Financial Group. This will allow them to advise us as we are in final negotiations on the housing projects as it relates to the economic development agreements and potentially any additional financial analysis that needs to be done with using the property taxes associated with those projects.
Do we have to approve this?
Yes, I need a motion to approve that and give the mayor authorization to sign.
Okay, I'd entertain a motion.
I will make that motion.
All right, do I have
I'll second.
a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. None opposed.
The next item, I'd like to take a couple minutes and just give you a little overview of the West End. In front of you are the West End lighting proposals from Duke Energy. In our capital plan, there's a number of dollars set aside for West End improvements and Main Street improvements. And this is the first proposal in front of you to do that. It's for our West End Lighting Project. I'd like to go ahead and show you a couple of things here. We also will be coming to you, or you will be seeing some contracts for, and I'm going to stand up and point to the screen.
Needs a laser pointer.
This is what do they call it now, the dentist office is right here as you're coming into town.
Kennedy's old office,
The old
yeah.
Dr. Kennedy's office. This will be the entrance into the new trail parking area. There on the bend, there's a little gravel pull-off. From this point, all the way into downtown, next slide please. There'll be sidewalks that will connect Main Street to that trail project on the west end. That is the west end improvements that are in your plan. We currently have pricing from the contractor that is doing the trail project to do this work in conjunction. This work, as well as the lighting project that's in front of you today, all has to be completed prior to this major state project through our federal funds to rebuild Hanover Road to McIntyre Street, which is the old railroad bridge. And that's in 2026. So we're doing our work prior to that work, get this spring, this summer and fall. Next slide. We'll also be making some major improvements to the intersection that goes to the Elks and trying to calm traffic down coming into the west part of town. Do we have the slides of the traffic calming stuff in here? Okay. You can go back. So we will be working on traffic calming from about in front of Dr. Kennedy's office and reducing speed into town at a number of spots and reducing the very broad and wide shoulders that state highways require, right? Much wider, which gives people the opinion as you're coming around that bend, it's an interstate, let's roll, right? And they're rolling. So we're going to do some traffic calming techniques. We'll be reducing the speed limit as well as narrowing the traffic lanes in the west end of town coming in, and then changing the entrances and exits to that road.
Didn't it drop to like 30 there?
It drops to 35 right before the bridge.
Mhm.
We're going to back that up to Dr. Kennedy's office, and then we're backing it up to 40 at the top of the hill coming into Clifty Falls. Clifty Falls State Park had requested some dedicated turn lane, the south entrance. It's in the summer, and especially on very heavy weekends, there's been a lot of near misses of accidents of people coming up over that hill and having cars backed up to turn left into Clifty Falls. It doesn't warrant, and there's no dollars available to build the turn lane, so we're going to slow traffic down and hope that that helps if there is any opportunity. It certainly won't hurt anything. So, and then one more slide. The final piece of the traffic calming will be a speed table that'll get installed just past the alleyway there on the south side. We'll install a speed table, which will get you to the final 25 miles an hour. So that work, and then the sidewalks come back up to about where the Madison Iron Works building was roughly. So there'll be new sidewalks from there all the way to the new trail there.
Okay,
So that-
that's where the parking lot is, so, yeah.
That's will be the parking lot
Yeah.
here, that little, where there's some billboards there
Sure.
and stuff, all those come down.
Okay.
So that project will be coming to you later here in the spring for approval. The project that's in front of you today is the lighting project for West Main Street. Main Street stops its decorative lighting at Craigmont. So we are proposing and recommending a project to add and take the Cobra lights all the way down Main Street from Craigmont Street. If you can, next slide. This is the railroad bridge. Next slide. And again, this is about where I showed you the new sidewalk start, and the speed table will be here. Next slide. in the one-way exit coming out of the Elks Club. Next slide. The start of the bridge approach. And next slide, and then the lighting will extend over to
Okay.
the other side of the bridge.
So to get into the Elks, you'd have to go,
You will
go up,
You will
but,
go past the diagonal and take a left-hand turn. So the lighting project today will take lighting, decorative lighting all the way out past the bridge, almost just to the east of Dr. Kennedy's office. And then this will give you a view of what ultimately that pedestrian path will look like
Sure.
across the bridge into this parking lot. A little out of scale for those car dealers on the commission, but
yeah,
and sorry, they're both probably imports.
25%.
So anyway, but yes, we'll give you a view, and then there'll be lighting that'll
Okay,
be around that.
all right.
So in front of you today are three separate agreements with the energy that I would need you to authorize the mayor to execute on behalf of the Redevelopment Commission. One of them is for 100, I'll get to that here. It's for the down payment on the lights is
The 112?
112.
$112,780.80. And then we'll pay the remainder part through our electrical usage on that project.
And so these are monthly maintenance charges?
Monthly maintenance charges. So this is the same kind of approach we took on Michigan Road. And actually, the lights that we're using would be the same that are on Michigan Road,
Okay.
that we use with Sunrise Crossing. And one of these is also for the Christmas lights, the plugs for all the Christmas wreaths and those sorts of things. Our shamrocks and our hearts.
Those will be decorated all the way on down?
I'm not going to commit to that here publicly, but the intent would be yes. There will be the opportunity for others to.
There's an opportunity.
There'll be an opportunity for others to participate in the lighting of the West End with shamrocks and hearts and wreaths.
Okay, so we have the West End lighting proposal in front
Yes.
of us through Duke Energy. We have an upfront charge of $112,780.80.
Yes.
And also, there will be a maintenance program on those at a monthly fee of $559.98 per month.
Let me get to that.
Thereabouts.
Sorry. Yeah, thereabouts.
Has everybody had a chance to review all the documents on the Duke Energy?
Yes.
I'd entertain a motion on that.
I'll make a motion to approve the agreements or approve the authority of the mayor to enter into the agreements with Duke Energy.
Okay,
Second.
all right. Everybody in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Thanks.
That's all new business I have, Mr. Chairman.
All right. City matters update, do we have anything on that? No?
Now, I can just let you know that the mayor apologizes for not being here today. He is on his way back from Indianapolis. He testified again on the pending legislation as it relates to property tax reform and the impact that that could have on local governments, as well as personal property taxes and redevelopment commissions as it relates to inventory tax. So he's on his way back, and again, apologize for missing the meeting, but certainly is attending an important hearing on behalf of mayors throughout the state, so.
Well, if there's nothing else left to go over, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next meeting, May 13th.
Thank you all.